Hello, everyone. So excited. Now, this is a little bit of a kerfuffle, but we roll with kerfuffles. We work right through them. So we had a little bit of an issue on the fan group. So we just moved it over here because crafters have to craft, right? Just saying. We can't not miss a crafty session. So let's get started. I will go an hour from now, so you're not going to miss any of your hour due to a little bit of the stuff behind the scenes. We're going to craft for the whole hour, and I might have a sneak peek at something that may have gone on pre-order today, just to show you and share it with you. We have the amazing Angel behind the badge who her angel wings always come and save us, and we're using her favorite today. We are using the Seashore Color Pack today. So very exciting. All right. I know, on a Tuesday. How exciting. So exciting. All right. So we are going to go ahead and we're going to flip on down because, again, crafters got to craft, my lovelies. And we have to take a cat out of a bucket. Then we have to take a cat off the work surface. You guys know how it goes around here. I only have 2 cats. That makes it sound like I have 800. Okay, I've pulled a few things because, as you guys may know, I get very excited when it comes to crafting with you guys. So I pulled a few things out for our little crafty session, but we're going to have a nice look at the Himalayan Blue Poppy because it's just absolutely stunning, absolutely gorgeous, and love blue, 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 blue. Gotta have the blue. So we're going to go ahead, and this is the wonderful set for this month, the amazing February. And then, of course, this is newer too. The masonry wall, which is my new, it's not above organic linen, but they're like holding hands. They're equal in my eyes. I have all my dies right here for us to use. And then I picked Tangled Mosaic because you know what? He gets an honorable mention in the embossing folder file too. He's a good fella. He's helped me out. So I'll move that aside. I also pulled some alcohol backgrounds I have that are just kind of laying around saying, hey, please, could I go on a project? And you know what's great for that? The Craft a Flower dies. So thought maybe we'd use some of those. But then the glitter cardstock, as I was walking by, tried to trip me. So I grabbed that just in case. And then I did grab the Dear Angel, her Seashore Out, because that's the color shown on there. In the summer afternoon for some of the oranges that kind of go in the center. The other thing I'll give you a little look at, in case you did not hear yet, the amazing stamp wheel is pre-order on the All to New shop. Super duper exciting. So this is the beautiful packaging that it will come in. And I'm storing mine in here right now, just so it's safe. I'm kind of guarding it like it's in a vault. I love it so much. It's so wonderful. So it's very protected in here until I find something else to put it in. I mean, the box is so gorgeous though. So new stamp wheel. Yay! I'm so glad you guys have gotten in to get on the stamp wheel. Right now it is cold and we are going to get another nor'easter on Wednesday and Thursday because apparently good things happen in twos. So here is the box. I'm storing it in there because see, it has cutouts for the beautiful flip top here. So I want to protect it. The stage sits down in there and then we get the flip. So that's basically, this is a sneaker peeker. It is super, super light. It is amazing to use. It does not slide. It has these little feet that hold right on. And then you have your clear plate. You have your sticky base where you put your cardstock in. You do all your stamping. Has all these amazing etched lines for lots of techniques and fun. And these enamel dots will not come on yours. It doesn't come with anything on it. Jen and Tasneem recommended to put a large one at your center, okay, at your center bottom. And then Jen also liked to put 2, one on each side here. So you know each time that this goes here. Because when you're wheeling around here and you move it around and you're like, oh no, where's center? You'll always know. And I picked the beautiful Seashore again. So here's this. I probably should have worked this into today's, project. Maybe we'll stamp a sentiment. But I just wanted to give you a sneak peek and let you know this is in the shop. It is on pre-order, my friends. Now, if you pre-order, make sure you don't want to put other things in the cart because it will ship with this. So make sure if you have other stuff you want to get sooner, you don't want to get it hung up with the pre-order. All right. Are you guys ready? Are you ready to craft? I know it's a silly question, isn't it? All right. I'll stop asking some silly questions. And let's do this. Now, these alcohol backgrounds were not made with Yupo paper, my loves. They were made with the beautiful brushed cardstock that we have. So this is the copper, the rose golds, the gold, and this one was made with the silver. Alcohol inks move beautifully and perfectly on here. I did not use any blending solution. I just used that little puffy tool, and I was able to move my alcohol beautifully. So keep that in mind if you have not tried this out yet. All right. We like more ways to use our stuff, don't we? Okay. Now, let's get to the business of the moment. Okay. All right. We have a kitten trying to help us here. So what we're going to do is on here, the front shows you all of the pieces. Okay. This is 100%. So you can lay your piece down on here, and maybe we'll do that when we are going, or actually here, I can take the die. Okay. So this is 100%. So once you have your die cut pieces, if you're a little bit confused, you can lay it out on this section. This up here is the part that's 63%, but this is 100% right here. Okay. And you're going to see a little Dexy creeping in. Yeah, he likes to bite. So, okay. I forgot to put him out and shut the door. So he is climbing through cables and the like with his little piranha teeth. Okay. He has now been relegated to the living room so we can craft. So on the back here, and these are great. They have a keyhole and they have an up arrow to help you layer your pieces together perfectly. You can do this without even thinking. And I love that about these because sometimes I just want to forget the world and just craft. So I love crafting without thinking. It's fantastic. Okay. Oh, good. We get some more cat folks out there. Love, love, love. Love dog folks too. Love everybody. Love everybody. Love you all, my crafty people. So we're going to go ahead and we're going to start cutting our pieces. Okay. And there are a few pieces that do not have numbers on them because if you look at them, it would be hard to put a number in this piece because it's smaller. So a little bit harder. So we're going to go ahead and let's start with the keyhole flower. And there are videos. If you ever get one of these sets, any of the Marvelous Monthly that you get and you're like, oh goodness, how does that go? We have videos for that. So keep that in mind as well. All right. So we're going to go ahead and I come over and I'm looking just for all my keyhole pieces. Makes it really easy. So that's what I'm going to do my first browse through all the pieces. Now I'm going to look back and I'm going to say, okay, so I've got my keyhole pieces. Now what pieces do I need? I need this little fella right here. So I'm going to put him down there. So I've got my 1, 2, my little fella. I've got my 3. Then I'm looking, it looks like a rose bush to me. Now, there are 2 different ones, okay? And on the dies, they look a little similar, at least to my eye. They look a little bit similar. So what am I going to do, okay? The keyhole flower is the one that has this up. So I'm going to come here, see my up right here, and I can look and say, okay, which color is which? So this pattern right here is going to match my yellow. That would mean that this one would match my brown. So now I know this is yellow. And what you could do, because you're going to always have this layering guide, let me show you a little trick. little trickaroo that I use frequently. Okay, so for this one, let me just make sure I have them correct. This was the yellow. This guy, he's kind of hanging out the furthest, okay? So I'm just going to go ahead and I'm going to put a Y, okay? And then on here, I'm going to put a B because on the layering guide, that is yellow and that is brown. So each time I come back, I can change my colors. That's not going to affect anything, but I can look super fast and I'm cooking. I'm ready to make a flower. Okay, so we got that. Now we need our little, this looks like a hand in the air. They're having fun at a concert. Like, yeah. So I got that. So we're going to put that piece. We've already gotten our yellow and our brown. Then we just need this. It looks like a little clamshell, which is a petal, but I think it looks like a clamshell. I like to name all the pieces. Do you guys name the pieces? Let me know in those comments if you guys are naming the pieces. So let's do one. Let's grab our plate, and we're going to use the big fella today because we have a lot of die cutting, and this is an A2 card panel, and I don't want to waste any of the alcohol ink background. Now, it's a little bent, so I have to be very careful about where I am putting things. If I wanted to, what we can do, if you have this problem, oh, welcome from Australia. I have a fun tip coming up too with these little fiddly bits. If you have a problem picking up these little magnetic pieces, which sometimes I do, I found a little trick. Oh, great, Sherry. I'm so excited. Yes, if you did recently, I'll be getting out those emails very, very soon. So go ahead and right on the edge, because we don't want to waste any of this beautiful, beautiful background. I'm just going to put some tape, okay? And that holds it down. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to place my pieces. Now look, I'm trying to pick this up and it just doesn't want to come up. I have this little magnetic tool. Look at that. Picked it right up for me. So I'm going to go ahead and then I'll just place this down. Okay, I want this about in the blue area. We'll go out just a little bit wider so you guys can see. So I got this in the blue area. And, you know, maybe we'll have this little piece be some red. I'm just randomly popping these pieces. I don't know how they go together. This one was my brown piece. And what do you know? I have a little bit of brown right there. This was my yellow, so I have some yellow up here. It's got some blue in it, but that's okay. Then we're going to go ahead. This is the petal that's going to be on the outside. So I'm going to pick a color that I really want to see. And then we're going to go ahead and just place these. Maybe I'll put some purple. Ooh, this is the piece that I think is really going to stick up here. The pointy piece. I'm going to put that with the purple on it. That will be super, super pretty. Then we'll put this one here. It's just kind of random placement, essentially. So that's the fun, I think, about making the alcohol ink backgrounds. And I think it's the fun with the Craft a Flower too, is coming in and being able to just kind of randomly place things. And I probably will. I don't want to put a lot of tape, but on the ones that are on the side, because they're wiggling a little bit, this one right here, I definitely want it to stay right there. And then this blue piece. So we're going to not use a lot of the satin masking tape because it only needs a little kiss from the satin masking tape. It doesn't need a big, big hug. Just a little kiss. Okay, because we don't want to waste any of that glorious stuff either. That stuff is miraculous. All right, there we go. So now we've got that. If you're worried about your yellow, you could also put a little scotch of tape there on the corner. I'm not too worried. I think we'll be okay. Famous last words as a crafter. I think I'll be okay. And then you have half of your flowers cut off. That's kind of how it goes sometimes, huh? All right, look at this. I'm so excited. I cannot wait to make this already with you guys. So excited. Okay. I know you guys are shocked that I'm super excited about crafting, but I super am. All right, so my little piece kind of stuck to the board. Oh, look how pretty that is. Look at the blue. Oh, look how pretty that is. That's going to be so super pretty. Now, I should be smart. Like many of you have wonderful bowls that you put all your little dies in, or you put your pieces in after you take them off. I should do that. You guys teach me so many good lessons and tips. I forget easily. You guys have to remind me. Say, Bridget, where is your dish? Where is your bowl to put all these beautiful things in? Okay. Then we're just going to wiggle these because I may use this to cut a couple more pieces for the other flower. I might be able to sneak both flowers out of this one. Maybe. It's going to be close. It's going to be very, very close. Okay. Hi and welcome everybody that has popped in. It is lovely to see you. Something was sticking. I don't know what. Okay. And again, if you have trouble, just pick up your die. And it actually knocked my piece out. So that's kind of good for me. This was upside down, but if I pull that piece fell right out. Okay, so let's go ahead. Let's see what else we can get on here. Like I said, I don't think it's going to be the whole flower, but that's okay. And then we'll wiggle these guys off. Is this one? Oh, this one I'm excited about, the red. I'm very excited about the red. Okay, so I'm going to go ahead and I can fit that right there. And again, I'm just putting it on the side, so I'm not wasting any of that delightfulness that is right there in the center. And we'll put that there. This one's a smaller guy as well. So yes, I caught him. Thank you so much, because I don't know about you guys, but I may or may not, true confessions of crafters, I may or may not have forgotten a die and run another die through on top of it. That is not a good sound. It, like, your heart drops. At least mine does when I hear that sound. I'm like, no. And these I'm kind of making, let's say, willy-nilly, because I'm not really looking at the colors, but this one was yellow. So we'll tuck this guy over right in this one's little neighborhood. Okay, and we'll tape him to the big fella. And then I think we might be able to fit. Maybe. Will you fit, buddy? Will you fit? Oh, look at that. You guys, we didn't even plan this, and look how nicely everybody is getting along. It's fantastic. I'm so excited. All right, but I think I can use the tape with abandon, because I think we are going to have worked this piece. I only have one piece left that I need to cut from the other panel. How amazing is that? We got almost 2 whole flowers out of this. All right, so we're going to do this real quick. We need some fun. Lydia has beautiful humming. I have horrible singing, but I always say I sing awkwardly. I dance awkwardly too, just for the record. If anybody was wondering, the singing does not, it's not the only awkwardness. Singing and dancing. I have to definitely practice before my son's wedding. Definitely. Okay, now, if you're nervous, about running the whole panel through, just go ahead. Oh, look at all the choices. I think I want a little of the silver. So what we're going to do is we're going to put this right here. Then we're going to take our scissors and give a little snip, snip. That way we can save most of the panel. I'm not even going to make it a square. Okay, I'm going to go as close to the die as I humanly can so that I don't waste 1 centimeter of this. Okay, and then because it's so little, I can just really tape it down there. Oh, thank you so much. Yes, I've earned every day of my age. I have no problem admitting it. I will be 46 in 2 months-ish. So my son just turned 27. So I do get that a lot frequently, but that's a good thing. I always say it's better than somebody saying, "Oh, he's only 27." So I'm glad I get the you have a son that's 27 as opposed to the, "Oh, he's not older." So not that I think anybody would ever say that, but that would be the opposite. All right. And then I try to, especially these smaller dies, I try to get them back on my magnet panel as soon as I can. Because what is the crafter's Murphy's Law? If it can get lost, it's going to get lost. So we like to make sure they have a home. Like Adam Sandler always cracks me up in Happy Gilmore. It's your home. You got to go to your home. So I always think of that. My dies have to go to their home. They like it there. They all hang together. Okay. Do, 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 do. I got to start humming like Lydia, I think. It's better than my singing. I think it would be. Oh, this is going to be pretty. Oh, this is going to be so pretty. Now, the only downside to this, there is one downside. If you wanted to create an exact duplicate of this card, I think it would be kind of hard to do. But if that's the only downside, that's not bad. And I love this piece. Doesn't it look like a little heart? Aw, all the loves. All the loves in this amazing community we have, my dears. Okay, and just making sure what are pieces and what aren't. And I think that's actually my red piece that went on vacation. He was trying to sneak away. He was making a break for the trash can, which is not good. All right, so now I'm just taking my little pokey tool thingy-majiggy gadget buddy here and popping all the pieces out, and then we're going to layer them together. And that's where we see the magic. The magic, the magic. I love these die sets. Especially since the invention of the arrow and the key, because they just, like I said, a lot of times I craft, I want to put my kind of brain power into my creativity. And so this kind of takes that. It's not as taxing. I'm not worrying about what to line up. Everything. It's like the layered stamps. You don't have to worry about it. We have the beautiful 4 families that you can rely on if you're just like, I'm okay today with just kind of having a play, having some fun. All right, so I'm just going to put these pieces back over here, and we're going to assemble. And then the next one, you guys have a very, very important decision that I'm going to put out to you while I am assembling this guy. Should we do the Ocean's Brilliance glitter cardstock next, or should we do Seashore? So let me know, and I'm going to try to look while I'm putting this together to get an accurate choice here. And I am going to go ahead and I'm just going to use a combo. So I'm going to use some of my ultra sticky tape. And I'm also going to use my glue tape pen. Seashore. I see seashore. Okay. All right. So here we go. All right. So I've got my ultra sticky tape in 1/4 inch, which this stuff is priceless. Definitely needs to be in the stash. It is amazing. Once you stick this, though, we did have this question the other day, so I'll repeat it here. Once you stick this, it is stuck. The glue tape pen, you have a little wiggle time, but that ultra sticky tape, it means ultra sticky. Okay, so now we're going to get started. So I'm going to take piece number 1, okay? And I do have my directions right here, right off to the side, okay? And a cat, which we will move out of the way again. Look at that. You could make a butterfly. How cool would that be? Random placement equals beautiful things. Okay, so we're going to go ahead. And I've got my Alt-New glue tape pen. One of my absolute favorite things from Alt-New. I buy quite a bit. I have that. I probably could go through the apocalypse and I still would have glue tape. I would be okay. I just love it so much. I'm so worried I'm going to run out of it. We all have supplies like that, don't we? Where we're super duper nervous about what happens if I ever run out. Okay, and then we've got this little piece here that looks like a state. I don't know which one, but one of them. All right, and this guy just tucks up in this corner. See, there's a nice flat edge there. Let's zoom on in. We'll move on over. I just don't want to miss any of my pieces, so let's wiggle those over there. I got a couple arrows too, but that's okay. I'd rather have a couple arrows and be okay. All right, so we're right here on this step. I've got it in my tweezers, and we're going to go ahead and put it right flush up in this corner, okay? Oh, that's going to be pretty. And, you know, you could, in theory, plan out your colors. As you saw, I was kind of like, oh, that's pretty. Let's put that there. So, you know, we're going to have definitely a random looking floral. Look how pretty that piece is. Oh, my gosh. Okay. So we're going to take this. I've seen a vote for Seashore. I probably, Cece, you and I are going to be the ones that everybody's going to come to for the white cardstock, because I didn't realize I got some on a special and I didn't realize how much I had, but I've been organizing, and as I find it, it's all over my house, like hidden in closets, and it's everywhere. So all I'm doing is I'm matching up this key shape, okay? That's what you want, and you want to be able to see through the key, okay? Now, it was a little crooked on that last piece, okay? So there we go. So we've got that. Now we're moving to the brown piece, okay? And the yellow piece has a piece that comes out lower, okay? So we can put them, they are going to be layered together, so we can do that. But there's a yellow one in the middle. But here's our brown. And, you know, you can change it up. It can be a different color, any color you want. That's the beautiful, beautiful thing. You know, Altenew shows you, here's one idea. And then they say, what are you going to make? You know, show us what you can do with this. And let me tell you, you guys are so inspiring. I love to just kind of let my mind wander and look at all the beautiful things you guys create. So we all love to see them. Okay, so we've gotten our third piece. Our third piece is right there. This one lines up right on the edge of the keyhole. Now, you can also go ahead and look at lines on the lower pieces. So I can see that it touches the edge right here on piece 3. It's touching the edge. And then it goes over to about 4 o'clock on that piece. And then, you know, make sure you have a similar orientation when you're doing this. Or this piece will be a little bit harder, but see, here's our flower. So what I could do is I can hold this piece, okay, right over here. Then once I feel confident and I don't move my sheet, so let's try that again. So I've got my piece. I'm going to slide my flower in, okay, because remember, this is 100%. So I'm going to slide that in, and then I'm just going to put that on there. And look, it falls right where I wanted it to. It's right on the edge there, okay, and it's right over about 4 o'clock there. So that's a very, very good resource. Yes, mounting tape is like our instant dimension foam tape. It's got some dimension to it, yes. Some people do call it mounting tape. Lots of names. We become accustomed to names, I think, over the years. And then when something comes out new, we're like, oh, but I've called it this for years. Oh, good. Oh, there's my blue piece. It was stuck on the die. See? Guys got to watch me every second. All right. So we're going to go ahead, and I'm going to pick it up with my tweezers on the top. Then I'm going to go ahead, put my glue tape pen there. And then this piece, okay, you can see goes right in this opening, in between. Okay, and it's still sitting on the bottom because that's rounded. And it just tucks right up in there. Okay, perfect. Then now I'm going to pick this up by the top and going to go ahead. Oh, I ripped off one of my things. That's okay. It'll be okay. And then I'm just going to follow suit with what I've already laid down there. Okay. I get this, and I could put that piece that ripped off, but we're just gonna keep on trucking through. All right, just checking. I haven't seen many seashore or, those types of differences there. And my foam tape has been put up top. My foam tape and my stamp wheel are becoming besties. They're hanging out together. They're having a good time. All right, now my favorite. This is the foam tape, or as some call it, mounting tape. So I like to add these top leaves. I like to add them with dimension. Now, a thing to keep in mind is if you're going to add a bunch of florals on to one project, you may want to leave off the final leaf and know your layout before you start throwing on foam tape. Or you may get a super duper tall flower. Okay. And then this final piece, okay, is going to follow down the pattern here. But it's going to cover up our keyhole, because this way nobody knows we had a guide. Nobody knows. Okay. But look, see right here? It's right there. Covers everything up. And I should have put my foam tape down at the bottom, not at the top. But so here is our first. There's our first flower, and look at the colors. Look how pretty. Oh, so pretty. Okay. Then we're going to work on our second flower. Now this one begins with piece 0. This is our heart. Okay. So we got piece 0, and then we're going to come in with piece 1. Okay. And I'm just putting glue tape kind of around the arrow. You can see right there. Okay. Hello. Good to see you, Avril. I'm glad you found us. We had a little bit of confusion, but we're all good. We're all here to craft. Okay. So we've got our 0, we've got our 1. Okay, everything is all lined up. Now we're going to move on to our piece 2. We'll get that put on the top. Look how pretty. Oh my gosh. And I'm using my alcohol ink backgrounds that I made, I think, a month ago. So I'm so proud. Now I probably should use liquid glue. Hopefully I'm not going to tear this like I did my yellow one. I'll be a little bit more careful. Now on this piece, see that right there, that little notch right there? That's going to go on the top of the arrow. Okay. So we still have it, even on this little itty bitty piece. We have that arrow, and then it just follows the curve of the flower. Oh, look how pretty. Very pretty. Okay, and then we now have this piece. Okay, so we're going to go ahead and we'll get some adhesive on the back. I thought I would use my ultra sticky tape, but I didn't. And then just basically look at, and you can flip back over, okay? And then you can bring your piece in. Ours is laid out exactly like theirs, okay? And then you can say, okay, how does this fit on? This fits on just like this, okay? So I know that when I bring my piece over, if I hold it, okay, if I hold it right there, that's a trick for you with these sets, then that is in the perfect placement, because I've used what Altenew has given to me so that I could find my way. And then this little piece, because I am weird, wild, wacky crafter here, I'm going to put some foam tape, because why not? Isn't the answer always foam tape? I think that's always the answer, no matter what the question. I know, me too, Avril. Everybody needs some crafting. And there was no way we were going to miss crafting together today. Just not humanly possible. Oh, goodness. This little piece is being a bugger. There we go. This is a me problem. It's not the tape. The tape comes off super easy. I just am having a little difficulty. Okay, and then again, so this piece, you can see there's a little line right there that it's going to line up with. Okay, so again, put your piece in place. Put this in place. Okay, and you can slide that over, and it's going to line up right there in the center. Okay. So, and then we have our 2 flowers with our alcohol inks. So there are those. Okay, we're not doing too bad here. I want to get these cut out so you can see them in the seashore as well. So go ahead and do that. And let's see. So on here, okay, they list the seashore gradient set. And then it shows we have the darkest one. And you can always bring out, this comes with each pack. Okay, and you can kind of hold it up to see what colors you're using. Okay, so this one's kind of the lagoony color right here. This is Volcano Lake. So we're going to need one of each of them, I think. I don't think we use Mountain Mist. So we're going to take out our Volcano Lake, our emeralds, and we'll take out a couple of emeralds because I have little pieces. And then we also needed the beautiful lagoon. We got to have lagoony. Okay. And we'll see. Let's see how much, because we were able to put quite a few pieces. So for my lagoon pieces, I'm going to need a 0 and 1, 3, and the little piece. Okay. So I need arrow. Make sure you always take your centers out. You don't want to leave any bits in there. So I need arrow 0. I need to find arrow number 1. Okay, arrow number 1 right here. And then I need keyhole piece number 3, which is, I think, up. Okay, I just had it a second ago. I saw it. Okay, we will work on that. 1, 2. Oh, it's right here. It's looking at me. You guys, I bet you guys were sitting there going, it's right there, it's right there, it's right there. Okay. If only I could hear you guys. And then we also need the little fella. The little fella's going to go on there. And then this piece is the Volcano Lake. So we're all set on there. So I think we have all of our pieces. And this, I don't worry about using the satin masking tape with. When I use it with the alcohol inks, make sure if you use it with the alcohol inks, you use it once and then use new one. I don't know if you can see there, but see that red line? That's alcohol ink that's come up. Just because of the nature of alcohol inks, essentially, and tape. Any tape you put on alcohol ink is going to lift some up. So, all right. So I'm going to, and you're probably going, wait a minute, you told me you conserved that. You have a huge piece, but I'm going to get everybody in one pass here. All right, so they're ready to go. Next, we're going to do our emerald pieces because there's only a couple of those. We need keyhole number 1, okay, and keyhole number 2. So we're going to get those 2 pieces together. And, oh, we might be able to fit them on this small. I save every little scrap of my beautiful gradient cardstocks because they're just so gorgeous. And you never know when you have to make a flower, right? You never know. All right. Oh, Mountain Mist, this little piece. We will have to get a little piece for that. That is the piece that is out of Mountain Mist. Luckily, we have a little one right in front just waiting. Okay. So we will go ahead with the Mountain Mist on that piece. Then our Volcano Lake, we need the 2 arrow, and we need the beautiful clamshell piece. That's the petal, but looks like a clamshell to me. And I think, look at this. We were meant to make this card today because all the pieces are kind of lining up perfectly to be used. And then we're going to come over here. And from here, we need the this caramel toffee color, okay? And then we also are going to use the buttercream, and we're going to use the, or that's, I think, caramel toffee, and that's paper bag. So we're going to use paper bag, caramel toffee, and the buttercream. So buttercream is going to be the lightest one here. Caramel toffee, just looking, yep, we can use that small piece. And then we should have a small enough piece of paper bag. So we're all set. That's the same color. Let's see. And this, I just keep these in photo boxes, photo storage boxes. That way it allows me to keep all these beautiful, beautiful things. Yes, the keyhole and the arrows magic. It's, you know, I always say this, but every month I'm like, this is the perfect month. It can't be better. Crafty life cannot be better than this. And then Altenew comes out with something new. They have a new invention or a new way to do something. And it's like, okay, I think next month will be the month that it can't get better than this, you know, and it just kind of keeps moving through there because so many amazing ways to help us really, honestly, craft our lives. Okay, so now we're going to go for this piece. Now remember, this is the piece that goes off to the side. Okay, this one goes off to the side. So that's the one we're going to want. And on the back, see, yellow, brown. Okay, so this one will be my yellow and this one will be my brown. And I don't want to put this whole piece. I'm going to try to run everything through on one go because we're working. The time always runs away from us. I don't know where it's running to, but it's always very busy and runs out so fast. But I could craft with you guys all day. We need to craft a vision where you can just come on and craft anytime. All right. I just think of Back to the Future when he could do that, when Marty could go in and watch anything he really wanted to. All right, and then we do need the yellow. We do need the warm sunshine after all. So I'll put my buttercream back in here. Oh, it's being a little obstinate, so we're just going to take that, put that down, and I am recycling the tape. But the thing is, it won't get on anything. It's, you know, it's not like I'm putting it on another piece of paper or anything like that. So I don't have to worry about the alcohol rubbing off on that as much. Hello from Redmond, Oregon. Welcome, welcome. Oh, and this piece actually is a buttercream piece. So we're going to be a little creative with our little guy that's at the concert having a wonderful time. He's going to go on with this little piece. They're gonna be buddies. They're gonna be friends. All right, they're crafty friends. Okay, so now we're gonna bring it on over, and we're gonna put on everybody, trim down where we can, because this does save you a little bit of time. You know, one pass. And the mini blossom works amazing, especially with these sheets. These sheets fit perfectly in the mini blossom. And I love my mini blossom. I always joke that I get a workout, so I like to use my mini blossom. So I'm going to be buff. I'm going to be a buff crafter from using my mini blossom. But we're going for speed today, and you know, after I hit 40, I just don't move that fast anymore. Oh goodness. All right. Unless I fall on the ice, then I move pretty quickly. I have found. All right, so we're going to put this in here, and look, I can fit all the kids are going together, going on a field trip, so they will be perfectly cut, and we'll put them together again, so you guys get a second look at how to assemble this. Then we'll cut a few leaves, and we are good to go. And something miraculous about this month that I love, 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 love. We got a word die. We got a word die. And it's one I use probably the most in my card making is thanks. I use that one pretty frequently. All right, so what we're going to do is I'm just going to leave these over here for the moment. Or here, let's do this. As you can see, my crafting changes as I go. All right, let's put all the arrow pieces in one section. So again, keep this super handy. You can get it on your phone on the Altenew website. Say you go on a crop or something and you're like, oh no, I left it at home. Altenew has you covered. It's on the website. Okay, and this goes with the keyhole card, my little blue piece. And then this one right here is an arrow piece. This is, I believe, piece 0. I've worked with this die set a bit now. I'm getting used to what the pieces look like. Okay. Dies go one way, paper scraps go the other. Okay. And then these are 2 keyhole pieces. So we'll put those there out of the beautiful emerald. I don't think I could pick a favorite color out of Seashore. It would be really hard. But I can say today, my heart is leading towards the beautiful emeralds. Like my heart today is right there with the emeralds. Okay, so we have an arrow piece and we have an arrow piece. Okay, and this Y piece, it looks like a big Y. Ooh, you guys could use this as a font. You could use this Y as a Y. I always like looking at dies and it's like, what else could I make with it? I always want to know, what else could I make? I know I can make this, but what else can I make? All right, then we got our yellow bit. I have to tell you guys, I was cold before I started this. Now I'm so excited. I'm crafting. I'm nice and toasty. I have to turn the heat down. All right. And then we have these two that are sticking in there because I have tape on the other side. Just find where the pokey is. Maybe not. I just have to remove the tape. There we go. I found my little hole that will knock it out. And there. And these pieces, I try not to let them linger on my desk. Okay, and I think I lost the yellow piece. Oh, goodness. You guys saw me with it, right? Holy shnikey. Nope. Well, no. I thought it fell on the floor. I was like, is that it? All right, well, we've lost the yellow piece. Oh, nope, there it is. How it got under the plate, I don't know. Oh my goodness. You guys have that happen in your space too. Do pieces take off and do their own thing? And you're like, okay, I know I'm not a rocket scientist, but I know that physics wise, this is really not supposed to happen. Like, paper is not supposed to go under what it was just sitting on top of. Holy Toledo. All right, again, little pieces there. So I got this piece and, oh, this piece. I was like, oh no, my piece is missing. All right. And then I think, I don't know where your mind is, but I'm thinking some vellum leaves. Like, I don't know, vellum just popped in my head. All right. Now, let's go ahead and we're going to start with our arrow one because that one is right here. So that's the one that we are going to do. So we are going to, this is the arrow. This is the keyhole piece. Okay. And again, I have my Altenew tweezers, which are magical. I have my Altenew glue tape pen, which saves the day. All right. So we're going to begin with piece 1 by putting adhesive on the back. And then I'm just going to layer it over piece 0. Okay. So I'm just putting it just like that. You just want it so it lines up. Okay. You want to make sure that you can see through your arrow space. Okay. So see, I can see all the way through my arrow. So that's good. So I've got 1, 2, and then remember, we're going to come in with piece 2. It's the third piece, but it's piece number 2. So hopefully that's not too confusing because we did start with piece 0. And this one, we're just going to align our arrow. Super, super easy. Okay, so we got that. Then we got this wily fella. All right. Okay, we're going to take this. And again, there's that little top of the arrow. It always reminds top of the morning to you. All right, so, and then that's just going to align. You can see also like the curve. You can kind of follow the curve of the flower, but also know that arrow is there to help you, okay? So we got that there, okay? So we got that in place. That actually goes with the keyhole. I was looking at one and saying the other thing. All right, and then we have these 2 pieces final, okay? And again, if you're like, okay, this piece, I kind of see difference, but I'm a little confused, okay? Just bring it on in, and that is how it goes. So on the side, you'll see these 3 dots, okay? These are 3 dots together. That's the side you want over there, okay? But again, use that that 100% on the front if you're a little bit nervous about it. And then it basically aligns over there. It kind of centers around the arrow, I would say. And then we use this final piece. This time I will use just a little bit of glue tape pen, but you could, again, pop it up. I think it's beautiful when we have a little bit of dimension on there. Because to me, the question, dimension or no dimension, the answer is always dimension. What about you guys out there? Dimension, no dimension. What is the answer to that very, very posing question? Do we add dimension? Do we not add dimension? Okay, then we're going to go ahead and we're going to do the same thing. So we have piece 1, and make sure all the holes are out of the center, whether it's the arrow or the keyhole, because you have to be able to see through that. Okay, to line it up. We got that. Bring on the foam tape. Oh, yes, I'm loving all this dimension talk we have going on. I'm loving it, loving it, loving it. Oh, no, I lost my state. Okay, so the little state piece that goes right here, I lost him. So we're moving on without him. I'm sure I'll find him as soon as I turn off the camera. And then we're going to go ahead with our little brown piece here. Our little, sorry, number 3, then our brown piece. I'm jumping the thing here. And if you have this mat and it bothers you to work on that, put a piece of white cardstock underneath you, or use your craft mat, because that way if you get adhesive on it, it's not going to stick. Your paper, it might stick, depending on what you're using, okay? But that helps you see the keyhole through the thing. See, you can see it right, nice and clear. All right, and then I'm going to use my tweezers because I have not added. I thought I added some there. Okay, then we're going to take this, and again, it's right on the edge. It lines up right in this indentation of the flower on the top edge of the arrow and at about 4 o'clock on your floral. Okay, and then this guy, the little guy that's happy to be at the concert, he's super excited. My son did that. He had his yeah when I took him to Sesame Street Live when he was a kiddo. That's kind of what it reminded me of. And this you're going to aim right in between where those two, okay? So you're going it for kind of 2 o'clock, right? And that you've put the roundness right there on the bottom. You match that up. Then we're going to go ahead, do this, and then I will cut a few leaves, and then we are at our hour already. I cannot believe how fast time flies when you are crafting. I mean, I do and I don't. I do and I don't. Okay, so I'm going to put this on the bottom, or I can even put it off to the side. Okay, it's going to rest on the rest of the flower, so I don't need adhesive over there because it's going to rest on the flower. But if I wanted it to make sure it stays down, you know, and then it curves right along here, okay? So see the curve right there? Perfect, so we have that. We will quickly do a few leaves out of some vellum. And I think also, actually, you know what? Forget the vellum, forget the vellum. Okay, now we're serious. As my husband would say, now we're getting serious. Okay, we're getting very serious right now. See, these sheets as well are perfectly suited for the mini blossom. Okay, so they go together like peanut butter and I would say jelly, but some people don't eat jelly. There was just a Facebook conversation. You can eat peanut butter, but you can't have it with jelly. What would you have it with? Now, my answer in the Northeast would be Fluffernutter. Yeah, but some people say potato chips. I've never tried it. I can't imagine what's wrong with peanut butter and potato chips. I can't think anything would be wrong with that. And you know what the beautiful thing is? Altenew really does think of everything because they gave me 3 leaves with 2 flowers, which is an odd number. So I'm going to cut these twice. We will put these on a card panel and we will be pretty close to the hour, but I think we might actually make it. All right, and I didn't plan this, so I'm trying to get my leaves as best I can. Worst case scenario, I'm going to cut off somebody's base, because on the leaves, we put them under things. So it's not like anybody's going to lift up your flower and go, oh my gosh, you didn't cut the whole leaf? And if they do, I don't know. That's pretty intense. Peanut butter and banana. Yes. My husband and I always did that on Elvis's birthday and the day he died. We always had peanut butter and banana sandwiches in honor, because we met because of Elvis. So, okay. So we're cooking with some fire. Okay. Which is kind of a good way to cook. Oh Lord. I thought I had some card panels. Let's see. Okay. I have kind of a slim line. So we're just going to put this in here. Okay. And we're going to emboss what we can in one pass. And then we're going to create one card just to show you. This is serious crafting on the fly today, my loves. Serious business. All right. Or maybe we'll do two. We got a little over 3 minutes. Let's see what we can manage here. Okay. I don't know what card size this is, or what it's going to be, but it's going to be whatever it is. We're going with it, you guys. We're going with it. That's what we crafters do, isn't it? We make it work. We make it work. Okay. All right. And then just because I love you all so much, I'm going to do one more card base. It's a surprise. Can anybody guess what I am going to emboss right now? It was on my desk. What am I embossing right now as a surprise? Can anybody guess? No guesses? Wow. Okay. Vellum. Good guess. Because I did mention vellum. Very good guess. Masonry wall. It does involve masonry wall. Yes. Okay. So now I could run this through. That's probably what I'll do. I'll just flip this and run this through. Okay. To do the other end. This one I'm going to trim because I believe this scrap was 4 1/4. So it would now be 5 1/2. So look at that. Pretty cool. All right. Now, okay, ready? Gold with masonry wall. Gold, my loves. Gold. We love gold, don't we? Okay, so we got our leaves. The rest, we're going to pull our flowers out, save our flowers, and then what do? We just push it off to the side for a bit, and then we bring them in. Now, okay, so I think these have to go on the white. Okay, and I'll tell you why. Because I think if we put them, and if you like them on the gold, okay, that's cool. If you like them on the gold with gold leaves, you go. Like, love gold. But if I put them on the white, I can really see those reds and oranges, blues, yellows just pop right out. And I'm still getting my touch. I did think about doing the centers with gold, but then I thought, well, I might want to do the leaves in gold, so I didn't. And so it was a good thing I did not. Okay, and I've lost a leaf apparently in my travels, which haven't gone anywhere, but that's okay. So this would be, an example of something you could do. So you've got the white that lets the alcohol flowers colors really pop. Okay, because we have something. And I think this would look better with vellum leaves. I think vellum leaves would be the secret to this card. So I will put vellum leaves and I will post it, okay? Because I think that is the secret to that card is vellum leaves. So we're going to move these off, but I wanted to be able to show you the leaves. So we're going to move these off to the side for a second. I will post it and I will die cut the word as well to put on there. But I think over here, I think to this again, if I'm going to use this panel, I think the vellum leaves would be good because, gold on gold is not bad. Not bad at all, and I can do quite some fun things because I have extra leaves because I cut out so many. Okay, and then so I can have 3 clusters. Okay, and I'm not saying I'm mad at the gold. I'm not mad at the gold, as I would say. Very, very pretty. You know, it's very, very pretty. But I think also, I think if you come over and imagine this is all embossed, please, the magic of television. I think if you come over and you add these in and you take that same layout, okay, or similar, because, you know, this is a tall card, not a chunky card. Okay, so if you take a similar thing, I think what happens is, I think this works better because your leaves are not competing with your flowers, nor are they competing with your background. Everybody is harmonious and it really lets everybody shine. However, hello, Ms. Hill. I think I can't be mad at the gold. I can't be mad at the gold either. You know, I just can't. I have to love the gold. I have to, because it's gold. As you can see, I do like gold. I like wearing it. As my husband said, I like a little shiny in my life, or a lot. That was his phrasing. So I can't be mad at this either. So I think either works. It just depends, you know, which way you want to go. And again, I will post this one with the vellum leaves because I think that's the secret to this card, is having the vellum leaves. I think that will pop the things up. So I tell you what I will do before I glue this down. I will take a picture with it with the gold, and then I will probably put it on the white. But I will post this as well in case you guys want to go ahead and make that card. You guys will have it there ready to go anytime that you want to create those cards. So thank you so much for understanding. We had a little relocation. Thank you to Angel, as always, for being my wings and catching me whichever direction I go. She's very, very good at that. And I hope these projects inspired you to check out this amazing new Craft-A-Flower that we have, as well as check out the pre-order for the stamp wheel. It is phenomenal. I've been using it for a bit now, and it's absolutely phenomenal. I need a new dream list for Alt New. I was dreaming of the stamp wheel, and I was dreaming of the new artist markers that just came out, Set J. And they've made all my dreams and wishes come true, my crafty dreams and wishes. So I got to come up with some new ones. So, all right, my friends. I will see some of you very, very soon. And the rest I will see February 27th, which I'm very, very excited. I will be back on the Altenew channel, and we will have some crafty fun as always. Until next time, thank you so much from all of us at Altenew for you allowing us to help you craft your life. Happy crafting, my friends. Goodbye.